Hello, I'm Marcus T. Anthony and welcome. Hello, I'm Marcus T. Anthony and welcome to the second in the series of How to Learn Something, where you're going to actually learn some of the principles of learning. I'm feeling pretty stupid today actually. The reason I'm feeling like an idiot is because I'm trying to learn how to juggle. You might remember from the first episode that I was practicing with the two balls. You know, my comfort zone is practicing with three like this, you know. But, you know, this is kind of easy for me. Oops. Except when I fart, of course. Throw around a bit. But when I come to four, when I move out of my comfort zone, I'm still kind of stuck in this space. I've been practicing trying to go around in one direction. But this is kind of where I'm up to. It's pretty much the same space I was up to last time. I'm going to really try to move past my sticking point here. I'm going to try to get 10 total catches, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here goes. 1, 2, 3. I'll try that one again. 10. I'm going for 10, right? I think I got 3 that time. 1, 2, 3. Oh, almost. 1, 2. Oh. Last time. This is my last time. I'm definitely going to get it this time. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, I think there's something wrong with those balls actually. I think I might have to go back to the toy shop and ask them for a refund, get some new ones. Which reminds me of a story, which I'm going to tell you, along similar lines. When I was 33 years old, I went to Taiwan to work as an English teacher. So that was like 13 years ago now. And when I arrived in Taiwan at the airport, I had no idea about anything to do with Taiwanese or Chinese society. Taiwan used to be part of China. It's not, well, it's a political issue, but basically it's got a separate government now. They still speak mostly Chinese there. When I stepped off the plane into the airport, I didn't even know how to say hello in Chinese, which is ni hao. My Chinese is not too bad now, but I'll never forget something. When I went to my language school, I met a teacher there who was 55 years old, and she was from Canada, and she said about learning how to speak Chinese, Mandarin Chinese, or Guoyu as they call it in Taiwan. And one day she came steaming back into the school after lunch. She'd been out practicing her Chinese, and she sat down on the chair. She was a very feisty kind of woman. She said, "I give up. These Taiwanese are too bloody stupid." But she didn't actually say bloody because the Canadians don't like to say bloody too much. I think she used a slightly different adjective, which I won't repeat here. It starts with F. She said, the Taiwanese are so stupid, you can't talk to them. They can't even understand their own language. They're idiots. So, what did I learn from this? Well, actually I saw myself in her because I had kind of come pretty much to the same conclusion. I'll never forget going out into one area of Taiwan, and I wanted to ask someone. You know, I've been learning Chinese for a little while at that stage. I thought I could speak basic Chinese. I wanted to ask somebody where the train station was, you know, in this town. I had no idea. So I went boldly up to this person, this Chinese woman actually. She was of middle age, and you know, being super confident and super fluent in Chinese as I thought I was at that time, I said, 麻烦你, excuse me, 你知道那个火车站在哪儿? That's kind of a Beijing accent, but it's close enough. She looked at me, she said, sorry, no English. So I said to her in Chinese, 这是中文，这个不是英文. I said, this is Chinese, not English. And she said, 我不明白. That means I don't understand. So I said to her, well, basically in Chinese I said, 如果你不知道我说什么，为什么你可以跟我给我那个答案 How come you can give me this answer if you can speak if you can't understand what I'm saying? She said 我不明白，我不知道 I don't know. So then I said to her 你觉得我刚刚说英文吗？ Do you think I was just speaking English with you? She said 我不知道你说什么 I don't know what you're saying. So she was actually answering my questions, but she couldn't actually understand whether I was speaking English or Chinese, which is very, very strange. So I kind of came to the same conclusion. And guess what? I came to declare the Taiwanese idiots and the Chinese idiots. And this is a big mistake that people make when they're learning foreign languages, because when you go to learn something new, including a language, you're going to be an idiot for a certain amount of time. You're going to be an absolute nutcase. It doesn't matter how smart you are. I mean, Albert Einstein, when he was learning English, must have appeared to be an idiot. People probably passed him when he tried to ask them for directions in the street and thought, who is this strange gentleman who can't say very much? So it doesn't matter how smart you are. You're going to look like an idiot when you're learning something new. When I learned to juggle, I look like an idiot. I'm trying to work my way through 4 balls. I am an idiot. So when you're learning something, be prepared to be an idiot. That's your job, okay? You're supposed to fail. Failure is just part of the job, part of learning something new. And so I'm going to keep practicing my juggling, even though I'm pretty much an idiot at this point in time. I've learned so many new things in my life from going to that place where I was a complete idiot. And I'm going to tell you one more little story here because I think it's a very important one. And it's a bit embarrassing for me to go here because it involves singing. And up till the age of 30, I'd never sung anything. I tried to sing something once at a school assembly, just in with the other kids, and I felt really embarrassed because I was terrible. And one day, I was in Wellington at the time. I saw an ad in the paper for singing lessons by a guy called William Hodgson, who was an older gentleman, and he was teaching people how to sing. So I plucked up the courage, even though I'd never sung a note in my life, basically. I rang him and arranged an appointment. And I went into to this little room in downtown Wellington where William was teaching. And he pulled out a music book, and it was the song Love Is All Around Us by Wet, Wet, Wet. And he threw it up there on the stand. He had the song recorded on a CD or I think a tape in those days, and he put it on, and he said, "That's how you sing it." And he started singing himself. He was quite a good singer. He was a proficient singer. He said, "Okay, go for it." And I looked at the words, and I started singing maybe something like this: "Love is all around us. It's everywhere I go. It's written in the wind." Well, actually, that's probably about 10 times better than what I was singing. And William looked at me like I was a freak from outer space. The look of shock and horror on his face was palpable. He said, "Oh, okay, let's just go back from there." He obviously didn't realise that he was working with a complete idiot. So what William did is he took me through some exercises where he taught me how to resonate my voice through the nasal passages. It was a particular special technique he used, and his theory was that the voice was a wind instrument, and that if you resonate it through the top of the nose here, you could actually replicate, you can improve the capacity to sing and sound good. So I went away and started practicing. The second week I came back and I was still singing "Love is all around us," blah blah blah. And so third week I came back and I was paying money for this. I was just about to give up. William pulled out the music sheet again, and he said, "Go for it." And then something very strange happened. I actually found that I could hold a note I'm not saying that I could sing like a professional singer or anything, but I actually could, I could actually sing okay. When I started singing, love is all around us, it's everywhere I go. And I started resonating it through the top of my nose, like he said. It's written in the wind, it's everywhere I go. I think I missed a line or two. So darling, if you love me, come on and let it show. Like that. And William went, whoa, what happened? I said, I don't know. I couldn't sing last week, now I can sing a bit. He said, it actually sounds okay. And he was really happy about that. So what did happen there? Why could I, suddenly at 30 years of age, go from not being able to sing at all to suddenly being able to sing? Well, sing okay. The answer is that talent was already latent within my mind. It was just waiting to be activated. It took a few weeks for the connections in my brain to connect with my ear and my voice, whatever was required in there, and suddenly it came out. Well, there you go. You never quite know what you can do unless you actually try. But something even weirder happened. This is really, really weird. It was about 6 months later, actually. I was in the car, and a Bee Gees song came on the radio. You know, I've been singing a little bit with Wim for a few weeks, and but I just sang in a normal kind of range that you might expect, similar to what I just told you. And this Bee Gees song came on, "Staying Alive," and I started singing along in the first verse. It was something like, "You can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. You can laugh, you can cry," or whatever it is. I can't remember the lyrics. Now, that's not the strange thing. The strange thing was that in the second verse, my voice suddenly changed. And I started singing like this. I'm just trying to remember how I went in the car. "You can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. You can laugh, you can cry. Ah, ah, ah. Stay alive. Whoa, what happened there?" And I thought, you know, maybe I'm going through reverse puberty or something. This could be serious. But no, I just had a falsetto voice, which I never knew I had. I never even believed it was possible. I didn't even know what a falsetto was, to be honest. I just knew the Bee Gees sung in a high voice. A falsetto voice is not particularly useful unless you want people to laugh at you when you're out in public. But it's an ability I never knew I had. Something I could do that I never realised at the age of 30. So what kind of things can you do that you've never tried, maybe because you feel like you'd be an idiot? You'd certainly be an idiot if you went around singing like that with a falsetto voice, unless of course you're one of the Bee Gees, in which case you'd make millions of dollars and you were better than I at it. And I'm certainly not saying I'm as good as at falsetto as Freddie Mercury or George Michael. Those guys are actually incredibly good. They spend thousands of hours learning and perfecting their abilities. And that's also what it takes. It's not just a matter of discovering an ability or something you can do. If you want to get really good at it, you've actually got to practice, and that's what I don't do with singing. So I'm quite happy to sing along at, with the boys at school. I sing in front of the children in school as well, in front of the classes. In Hong Kong I used to sing in front of the kids, and they really liked it. And that was a really wonderful thing. I remember once I sang the Australian national anthem in front of the kids in Hong Kong. You know, "Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free," and so on. And that was great, you know, going to Hong Kong, standing in front of a class of Asian kids, Chinese boys and girls, and being able to sing my national anthem. That never would have happened unless I'd taken that step all those years ago and answered that ad in the paper and gone and seen William Holzer. So, keep that in mind. keep being an idiot, keep trying new things, and we'll see you next time on How to Learn Something. Till then, keep learning.